Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing well today. Some of you already know that I did some pour paintings on a couple of pieces of scrap lumber the other day, and because I ran out of cardboard. I usually do my pours on cardboard, but I wanted to paint and I didn't have any cardboard, so I poured on a piece of scrap lumber, and I thought that was going to be too heavy to hang up on the wall, so I thought, well, I'll just cut it up and make a puzzle out of it. I think my grandmother cried her, and if you're the youngsters, your great-great-grandmother or your great-grandmother Kreider had something like this in her toy box when we were growing up. She had a box for children that she kept toys in. Anyway, I just cut this into pieces and painted the other sides black on this one, and that makes a pretty nice puzzle. And I did a couple more, and now I'm just sitting here painting these. I took them out this morning pretty early and went out there where my chop saw is and cut them up, and cut this one up into little blocks. And now I'm painting the raw edges so it will all be white. It'll make it a little harder to put together. But for the nieces and nephews, your Uncle Neil, or your great Uncle Neil, had a calf that the mother could not feed him. So we brought him into the barn, and we're trying to feed him and see if he'll make it or not. Sometimes you have to just do what you can on the farm. It's a little bull calf, and he's cute. And he's not eating very well yet, but we can still feed him with a little tube and see how he does. We gave him some colostrum as a shot because he couldn't get any from his mother, and we'll see how he does. He's been with us now for 2 or 3 days. We'll just see how he does. Now this puzzle, I'm trying to get it over to the Mary Market. I think it's an art place in Andalusia here near where we live. They have a lot of artists there, make beautiful, beautiful things over there. But we noticed that there weren't a lot of things for children during the holidays, so we thought, your Uncle Neil thought we ought to try to get these in there. Maybe somebody'd like to have them for Christmas. Well, these pieces are just lined up. This is not very interesting, is it? Sometimes life is like that. You have to sit down and rest a minute and do something. Same thing over and over. Sometimes that's kind of relaxing. I enjoy it. It was cold out this morning down here in Alabama. It's not usually all that cold at this time of year, but we had ice on some of the goat troughs this morning, but it melted off when the sun came up, so we didn't have to break it up. Of course, the pond, our goats have access to the pond all the time, which usually is not frozen. Occasionally it freezes. So I'm not sure what we're going to do with this YouTube channel. There's a lot of things I do every day, and I'd like for some of the children to see some of the things you can do. It doesn't cost a lot of money, and it's a lot of fun to do things. And you can, this puzzle that I'm working on here was a painting, but you can just, you know, glue even something simple like a page that you colored. You can glue it on that piece of wood, and your mom will show you how to do that. And let it dry really well, and then you can varnish over that. They got new varnishes today that you can wash your brush with water, and they don't smell the house up too bad. You put a few coats of that on there, and then you cut that up with a saw. Your mom or your dad will have to do that part for you, maybe, unless you know how to do it already.
Always follow the safety instructions, like wearing your safety glasses.
If there's something that you would like to learn how to do that you already know, I know how to do it, well, you let me know and I'll try to make a little video and show you how to do it. Now this board painting, oh, I have to tell this story now on Krista Grimes. That's my niece. Krista posted some art. Krista's an artist. I don't know if everybody knows that or not, but she is. And she posted a painting, a beautiful painting, on Facebook. It was really pretty. And I asked her how she did that, and she says, well, just go on YouTube and you can learn about it. And I did, and I started doing it. Really like it. And I started looking for a way to get that on my towels that I make. And there's no good way to do it directly on a towel, because the fabric picks that paint up. When you drop paint on a towel, it just picks it right up. And then whatever image that makes, you can't paint over it and add to it. It just soaks it right up. So I started learning about marbling, which is dropping paint onto a water bath, kind of a thickened water bath, and then you can pick that up on a piece of fabric or a piece of paper. It makes a pretty design. And that worked pretty well. But of course, you know, every towel would only be one. You can't reproduce. You can't do it over. Well, as I got more into this board painting, I found a company. It's called spoonflower.com, and they will print a picture on material for you. So I took a picture of one of my paintings and had them printed on some fabric, and it turned out really nice. I was very happy with it, and I can show it to you here. It was this one. I don't know if you can see that. That fabric was kind of a retro flower fabric painting that I did, pour painting, that I learned about from Krista. Anyway, I made a pillow cover out of that one, and then I made some more into towels, and I took those to the Mary Market, so they're for sale now. They're not here. But this one is a pillow cover, And it has a zipper in there. Just like that. Just done with regular sewing techniques. It's nothing special, like you would make a dress. And you can put your pillow form inside, and then you can take that off and you can wash it in the washing machine. So that worked out very well, and I was pleased with the performance of that fabric from Spoonflower. So I will be doing some more with that. Making some more towels with paintings. There's an artist, another artist, handsofawoman.com. That's my website. Her name is Wilma Ingalls, and Wilma is an amazing artist. She paints scenes, outside scenes, animals, beach, woods, mountains, you know, landscape kind of things. She does still life that are just absolutely amazing and beautiful, and I'd like to do some of her. They're very traditional, very detailed traditional paintings, and I'd like to make pillows out of some of those. It makes it for an interesting effect, for kind of a more modern take on a traditional painting. And then you can see that art every time you sit on your couch. I like to use things that are unusual, like I paint on cardboard. And your Uncle Neil, he said, well, why don't you paint on those old political signs? We'll go pick some up after the election. So he brought some signs home, and I painted on them. It worked out all right. I was happy about that. I like reusing things instead of just throwing them away. Some fabric we turn into a towel or paint on it. Sort of like the quilters take a piece of fabric and turn it into a blanket. Quilting is still big, and it's become an art form these days. Well, anyway, my dog Lexi is barking. There, she's ready to come in, and I better go get her and bring her in. I want to show you one more painting here before I say goodbye. This painting is going to be a puzzle here. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe you can. That's a horror painting, and I call it Big Rock Candy Mountain because it looks like that hard candy, and it looks kind of like a mountain tops there along the top. And that's done on a piece of 2x6 scrap lumber. And your Uncle Neil says, well, why don't you just cut that in strips in different widths? So I'll do that and then cut it in different widths, and then that will be probably my last puzzle that I'll take down to the market this year. So everybody in our family, we love you and we miss you. And for my other friends, thank you for stopping by, and I'll be happy to post a little how-to things as time goes by. We'll be showing you a little bit about the sewing and how we power the sewing shop out there with solar energy. That's kind of interesting for the young people to see the science that goes into that and how it works in real life. Maybe we can get your Uncle Neil to explain some of that to you too. But there's a lot of things happening on the farm, and I just thought you might like to see a little something. Anyway, I love you. And anybody else tuning in, please subscribe. And thank you. Bye-bye.